Days turned into weeks. Emma lived in a state of constant terror, never knowing when Adrian's mask would slip again. He was mostly pleasant, treating her with the same affection as before, but now Emma could see the calculation behind every gesture. Every kiss was a reminder that he owned her. Every touch was a threat. She stopped eating properly. She couldn't sleep without nightmares. Dark circles formed under her eyes, and her clothes hung loose on her frame. Adrian noticed but said nothing, just watched her with those cold, analytical eyes. Emma had missed so many classes that her professors had started calling. Adrian answered her phone every time, making excuses. She was sick. She was dealing with family issues. She was taking a mental health break. The university was sympathetic, which only made Emma's situation more hopeless. One afternoon, while Adrian was in the shower, Emma managed to sneak his phone. Her hands shook as she tried to call Sophie. But the number wouldn't connect. She tried her parents next. The line rang once, then cut off. Emma's stomach dropped as she realized Adrian must have blocked all her contacts. Looking for someone? Emma spun around. Adrian stood in the doorway, water still dripping from his hair, his expression unreadable. I wanted to... Adrian crossed the room in 3 strides and snatched the phone from her hand. You wanted to call for help, to tell them what a monster I am. Is that it? Emma couldn't speak, paralyzed by fear. Oh, Emma, Adrian sighed. We were doing so well. I really thought you understood. He grabbed her wrist, squeezing hard enough to make her wince. Maybe you need a reminder of what happens when you disobey me. He dragged her to the closet and pushed her inside, locking the door from the outside. Emma pounded on the door, screaming, but the apartment was soundproofed. She'd noticed that detail when she first moved in, had thought it was luxurious. Now she understood why Adrian had chosen this place. Emma spent hours in that closet, maybe longer. Time lost meaning in the darkness. When Adrian finally let her out, she was hoarse from screaming, and her hands were bruised from hitting the door. Have you learned your lesson? Adrian asked calmly. Emma nodded, tears streaming down her face. Good. Now come eat dinner. I made your favorite. Emma followed him to the dining room on shaky legs. She sat at the table, staring at the pasta he'd prepared, knowing she had to eat it or face worse consequences. Each bite tasted like ash in her mouth. That night, as Emma lay in bed pretending to sleep, she made a decision. She couldn't live like this. She would rather die trying to escape than live one more day as Adrian's prisoner. She just needed to wait for the right moment. The opportunity came 2 weeks later. Adrian had to attend a conference in another city, a 3-day trip he couldn't avoid. He was hesitant to leave Emma alone, but he had no choice. If you try anything while I'm gone, I'll know, he warned her. I have cameras everywhere. And if you run, I will find you. And when I find you, Emma, I won't be gentle anymore. Emma nodded obediently, but inside, her heart was racing with hope. Cameras could be avoided. She just had to be smart. The moment Adrian left, Emma waited 2 hours to make sure he was really gone. Then she started searching the apartment systematically. She found the cameras, 8 of them, hidden in various places. She was careful not to disable them, knowing that would alert Adrian immediately. Instead, she created a loop. She'd seen it done in movies. She played footage of herself sitting on the couch for several hours, then used Adrian's computer to replace the live feed with the recorded footage. It was crude, but it might buy her a few hours. Emma packed a small bag with just the essentials. She couldn't take much or it would be obvious. She grabbed the money she'd hidden in the kitchen, about $200 she'd saved from before she met Adrian. It wasn't much, but it would have to be enough. She wrote a note and left it on the table. I went to the store. Be back soon. If the camera trick failed, Adrian might think she was just out shopping. Emma left the apartment for the first time in weeks. The outside air hit her like a physical shock. She'd forgotten what freedom felt like. She walked quickly toward the bus station, her head down, her hands shaking. She bought a ticket to the next city over, a place called Millbrook she'd never been to before. The bus would leave in 30 minutes. Emma sat in the corner of the waiting area, her hood pulled up, watching every person who walked by with paranoid intensity. 20 minutes, 15, 10. Her phone buzzed. Emma's heart stopped. A text from Adrian. Where are you? He knew. Somehow he already knew. Emma didn't respond. She turned off her phone and threw it in a trash can. He could track it. 5 minutes until the bus left. Emma stood near the door, ready to board the moment they opened it. She could see the driver approaching, keys in hand. Then she saw him, Adrian, running through the bus station, his eyes scanning the crowd. Emma's breath caught. How was he here? The conference was hours away. He should have been gone for days. Their eyes met across the crowded station. Adrian's face broke into a smile, but it was the most terrifying thing Emma had ever seen. She bolted, abandoning her bag, abandoning the bus, just running as fast as she could. She heard Adrian behind her, calling her name. Emma! Emma! Wait! Emma ran through the streets, not knowing where she was going, just knowing she had to get away. She turned down an alley, then another, trying to lose him in the maze of buildings. Her lungs burned, her legs ached, but she kept running. She burst out onto a main street and nearly collided with a police car. The officer looked at her in surprise. Miss, are you okay? Emma grabbed his arm. Please, you have to help me. Someone's chasing me. He's trying to hurt me. Please, slow down, the officer said. Who's chasing you? My boyfriend. His name is Adrian Cole. He's been holding me captive. He's killed people. Emma. Adrian appeared at the end of the street, walking toward them calmly now. He looked concerned, worried, like any normal boyfriend would. Thank God you found her, officer, Adrian said. She's been off her medication. Sometimes she has episodes. I'm so sorry she bothered you. No, Emma screamed. He's lying. I'm not crazy. Please, you have to believe me. The officer looked between them, uncertain. Adrian pulled out his phone. Look, here's her prescription. She has schizophrenia. I've been trying to help her, but she ran away this morning. I've been looking for her everywhere. Emma felt her world crumbling. The prescription was fake. It had to be, but it looked real. Adrian had planned for this. He'd planned for everything. Miss, is this your boyfriend? The officer asked gently. Emma wanted to say no, wanted to scream the truth, but she saw the look in Adrian's eyes. A look that said if she contradicted him now, if she caused a scene, he would make her pay for it later, and the officer wouldn't help her. He already thought she was crazy. Yes, Emma whispered, defeated. He's my boyfriend. Are you in danger? Do you need help? Emma looked at Adrian, at his false concern, at the threat hidden beneath his worried expression. No, she said. I'm sorry. I forgot to take my medicine this morning. The officer nodded, satisfied. Okay, sir, please make sure she takes her medication. And miss, if you ever feel unsafe, you can always call 911. Emma wanted to laugh at the irony. She'd just tried to get help, and it had only made things worse. Adrian thanked the officer and gently took Emma's arm. Come on, sweetheart. Let's get you home. Emma walked beside him in silence, knowing she'd just lost her only chance at escape. When they got back to the apartment, Adrian's facade dropped immediately. He slammed the door shut and locked it, then turned to face Emma with an expression of pure fury. You stupid, stupid girl, he said quietly. Did you really think you could run from me? Did you really think I wouldn't find you? How did you know? Emma asked, her voice hollow. The conference was fake. I made it up to test you, to see if you'd try to leave. And you failed, Emma. You failed spectacularly. Emma felt the last bit of hope drain from her body. It had all been a trap. He'd been watching her the entire time. I should kill you right now, Adrian continued. I should snap your pretty little neck and dump your body somewhere no one will ever find it, but I won't. Do you know why? Emma shook her head. Because I love you. Despite everything, despite your betrayal, I still love you. And I'm going to give you one more chance. One more chance. Do you understand? Yes, Emma whispered. Good. Now get in the bedroom. We need to discuss your punishment. Emma's legs moved automatically, carrying her toward the bedroom, even though every instinct screamed at her to fight, to run. But there was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Adrian had won. When love becomes an obsession. Out now at Twisted Manga Tales.